going on, guys, and welcome back to the Gould's Gaming and Tech channel. I know you see what's on the table right now. I know you see. I told you guys I've been waiting for this for so long. I've been using freaking iPhone for the last 2 years, and I must say I'm bored. I let you guys know in my video previously that I was bored with my iPhone and I was getting a new phone, and it was going to be this Galaxy Z Fold 5. To be quite honest, I'm bored. I am bored out of my mind with Apple right now. If you want to check that video out, it's going to be right up here if you want to check it out. But I basically laid out, hey, I've had the iPhone 13 Pro Max. It was cool. It was nice to go back to Apple. But, you know, I was like, I'll stay with it for a little bit. And I was coming from the Z Fold 3. Then I got the iPhone 14 Pro Max. And it was cool. It was all right. But I was like, damn, I miss my baby. All the features that it offers, all the innovation, the foldingness of it. I missed it. I had to come back to it. So yes, last week I dropped some money and I bought this bad boy. Did I pay full price? Nah. I will never do that. Thank you, but no thank you, Samsung, for making a $2,000 phone. But we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. But this is the official tissue Gould's Gaming and Tech unboxing. I have tons of content coming you guys' way. You're probably gonna get hit with a video every day. So if you don't like me, you think my voice is annoying, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you, but that's what y'all came here for. Y'all came here to see the goodness, and I got it right here. It's gonna be a video dropping every day. As you can see by this right here, I have tons of accessories for this. So we're gonna be uncovering all of that in the upcoming videos. But this one right here, Spidey, he's on deck. Spidey, come on now, he's on deck. He knows what time it is. He know how hype, because he was waiting on this too. We're gonna do an unboxing, and I know you've seen tons of YouTubers, and I won't talk too long, I promise, but I gotta give this thing a proper intro. You've seen tons of YouTubers so far with their unboxings, their reviews, what they like, what they don't like. Listen, there's a select few of us on YouTube who will give you guys the real deal. We won't talk to you guys like we're a freaking bot. We'll give you guys the real deal on how we feel about these devices, a proper unboxing, and kind of touch on some of the things that these other, content creators, no shade to them, aren't really covering. Day-to-day real world stuff, not sounding like we have a script to read. This is all off the top of the dome, off the top of the cabeza. And if you don't speak Spanish, that means head. Before we unbox this, we're going to talk about a couple of specs, okay? Just a few of the important ones. I'm not going to go down the laundry list. You guys can look that up yourself. Just the important ones. All right, so the main inner display, 7.6. Resolution is 2176 by 1812 pixels. That's 373 ppi. It's a dynamic AMOLED screen. You got 120 hertz. As far as your peak brightness, you have an increase from the previous version. The front cover display is 6.2 inches. It's also that dynamic AMOLED. As far as the chip, and I always jack this up. The chip is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. I'm going to start abbreviating that on my channel because that is too damn long. I'm just call it the QS, okay? Anytime they come out with a new chip, it's the QS 8 Gen 2. That's what this is. That's what's in here. As far as your RAM, you have 12 gigs of RAM. And let's see, we're running Android 13. The battery is a 4400 milliamp battery. You have fast charging and wireless charging and reverse wireless charging. That will be a feature that I will be using. I love that. It's great. And as far as wired charging, you have 25 watts, and wireless you have 15 watts, and that's the max charging speed, unfortunately. And then your cameras, you got a triple camera on the back. You have the main camera, which is 50 megapixels, and then you have a 10 megapixel telephoto, and then you have a 12 megapixel ultra wide. The material, the make of this is glass. It is that Gorilla Glass Victus 2, same as last year. You have resistance somewhat. You have IPX8 water resistant, not dust resistant. And again, these are resistant, not proof. Resistant. And then you have colors. You have your icy blue, phantom black, cream, gray, and blue. This is the cream color. I wanted to get a little, something different, so that's what I went with. As far as the weight of this is about 253 grams. So what does that mean to me? It's not gonna feel like a freaking brick in my pocket. So that's always good. And outside of that, as far as charging or your charging port, you have USB Type C, and then it's running Bluetooth 5.3. So this came out at a whopping $19.19. Samsung's making special deals and stuff. So if you want to pre-order it, they give you additional discounts. So long story short, I got this for about, because I didn't trade in a phone or anything. I got this for about $700 off of what, you know, the original price is, that $19.19. So, oh look, my hands, my palms, they sweaty. Without any further ado, we're gonna unbox this bad boy. Again, I told you, this is the cream color, okay, in all its glory. On the box, you have a picture of the actual color of the fold that you received. You have Galaxy Z Fold 5 branding on the front. To the right of the box, you have this Samsung logo. And then to the left of the box, you have Galaxy Z Fold 5 branding. On the bottom, you have your barcodes. Up top, nothing. And on the back, you have Samsung. Talk about Samsung stuff. Okay, so we have a little peel right here. Do not accept if seal is broken. Caution, sealed package. We're gonna peel this off really quick. Dude, what? Come on, man. You're supposed to peel all the way across. Look at this. Can't even do it right. All right, and then you have these bottom peels right here. How come that one did it all the way? Ugh, I'm so confused. All right, let's see. This is the Z Fold 5. Oh my gosh. The hype. I just can't explain the hype. The hype is there. So here is your device right here. Gonna take it out really quick. And there's nothing under the box or under the phone. So let me sit this to the side up here really quick. And let's see what else is in this box. We have a Samsung branded packaging. I don't know what that is. Open that. Nothing behind this. And let's see what's inside of here. That looks like my SIM ejection tool. Let's open this up. All right, yeah, SIM ejection tool and USB Type C to USB Type C cable. Wait, there's something else in here. It's shaking. All right, books, quick guide, blah, blah, blah. We've had several of these phones. We know how it works. So let's put this back in here. Get rid of that. I'll put, oh, it fell on the ground. USB Type C, gonna keep that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And bring my baby back over here. Oh my gosh. I gotta give this thing a nickname. All right. Take this out of the box. Nothing else in the box. And here's your device right here. So we're gonna take this off. You pull the flap. And then there's like a tab right here. So I guess you pull this. Oh my gosh. I miss this so much. Oh, my baby. She's smiling at me. It's a girl too. It's like a gender reveal. Oh my gosh. She's smiling at me. All right. Nice little presentation. But again, not much in the box. It's, you know, not much in the box. Nowadays, Samsung going eco-friendly. That's cool. Whatever. I don't care. Got a little sticker here. Never know what this is for. Peel this right off. Don't need you. All right, and here is the device right here in all of its glory. Here are your main cameras that I discussed previously. And the only difference, well, I won't say the only, but one of the major differences from this phone from last year to this year is that this flash is moved from down here to up here. Another thing that was heavily noted in the Samsung Unpacked event, as you guys know if you watch my live stream, is that this bad boy fold. Let's get the first one in. We got to get it up close to the camera. Folds almost completely flat. Ooh. Oh, look at that. This is great. This is great. I gotta say, from holding the last one to holding this one, big difference. The last one I had was the 3, and it definitely felt heavier than this. Definitely. I love this. Look at this color. Let's marvel at this color really quick. Everybody. Stare at this camera right now. Stare at the screen. Look at that. Look. Come and look at this. Come on. Oh, Spider, you like it? I know he likes it. Okay, that is a nice color. I really am digging this cream color. It's not white, it's cream. It's like an off-white. So, as we look around the phone, we're going to see some things here, okay? So, if you open it up, you have your main display. As you can see right here, you have the under display camera right here that we will not be using at all, I must say. If you flip it to the side, you have, or at least to the right side, you have what I believe is your 5G antenna right here, your volume up and down rockers right here, and then your power / Bixby / fingerprint button right there. Keep going down, you have more antennas there. And if you look on the bottom, you have your USB Type-C port, some microphones, and then on the other side, you have your speaker grill. And if you flip it over to the left side, you have your SIM ejection tray right here. And then on the top, you have more microphones and a speaker grill. And obviously, like I said, on the back, you have your cameras. And on the front display, you have that camera as well. So we are going to test out this fold. It feels very firm, like super firm. It opens up very easily, but closing it feels very firm. And I wish I could show you guys a little bit better through the video, but it's kind of hard to really tell without feeling the phone itself. But it's very firm and I like that. So we're gonna start this up and do our first hands-on impression. So let me put some kind of information in here, get this thing started up, and I will be right back. Give me a second. All right, everyone, we are back. We put in some information, pretty much got the phone started. I had some issues with getting it activated. I don't even want to get into it, but just know, Verizon, you pissed me off. You pissed me off, okay? They made this process longer than it needed to be, and when I just wanted to get inside this phone and play with this phone. I know that sounded a little weird. Disregard, okay? Disregard. But nevertheless, we got this thing booted up, started. I put most of my information in. I'm still logging into some apps and everything. But I have to say, my initial feeling when I turned this bad boy on and started using it again, I'm still blown away. I am still blown away. And again, remember, there's going to be a ton of YouTubers with unboxings and hands-on and first impressions of this phone right here. I'm literally speaking to you guys from a perspective of I only had the 2 and the 3. I did not get the 4. I skipped out on the 4 because it was too similar to the 3. But compared to the 3 and this phone now, there was a significant enough upgrade for me. So if I seem a little too hyped about this phone when some of the other reviewers are like, yeah, it's not that much of a difference from the Z Fold 4, it is because I skipped out on the Z Fold 4 and I've had iPhone for the last 2 years, okay? So this is like 3 years, 2.5 years coming now to get back to this folding device. So excuse the hype. But anyways, I got my information in. So as you know, you have the always on display. So this is one thing that I will say. I think, even though Samsung did it first, I think at least Apple's idea of the always on display is pretty good as far as you being able to, customize certain things and just the whole look of it. Instead of it just being this dark screen, yeah, you can add like a picture or like a moving GIF or whatever you want to call it. But just iPhone's method of having the whole screen with the time in the back. Oh, look, I'm getting alerts. But yeah, just having the whole screen with the time in the back and however you want to set it up with your widgets on the front. I think that's pretty cool. Nevertheless, you have the always on display. You can put, or not really put, but you get your widgets here of your notifications. Not really widgets, but notifications of whatever you missed while you were away from your phone, sleeping, whatever the case may be. Your battery percentage down here, and obviously your date and time. You can change the setting, but you double tap the screen to wake it up. You have your fingerprint reader right here. It works smooth. And when I say smooth, I mean smooth. As far as the facial recognition, it's okay, but I'm comparing. And this is not a review. I'll do the full review later. But as far as the facial recognition, it's good. It's pretty quick, but I don't think it's as secure and as detailed as Apple's, because it seems like Apple really takes a full face scan of you. Side angles, up, down, tilts, all that stuff to get your facial recognition, because they do not have a fingerprint reader, so they're pretty much relying solely on Face ID. but it seems like it's a little bit more detail on that side. But nevertheless, Face ID does work on here. Fingerprint reader does work on here. And obviously you guys know if you have a Samsung device, even the later ones, you can set up multiple fingerprints for it to recognize you and get you in the phone. Landscape and portrait mode. One thing that people complain about is it being so narrow and it be this candy bar aesthetic, as they say, because this front display is super narrow. It doesn't necessarily bother me that much to the point where I want to complain about it, but I did notice, again, coming from a standard form factor of a phone being a little bit more wider, that when I type on this phone, it is very narrow when I type on here. So for example, let's go to YouTube and let's just type in something really quick. You see the keyboard is very tiny. I have big fingers, so I haven't had really issues with accuracy because I'm so used to using this keyboard. And those of people who complain about this narrow keyboard, get over yourself, okay? You just want to nitpick at everything. There's this thing called swipe. If you don't want to worry about missing something and let the phone think for you, that's part of it. You can just type it in. So for example, let's type in, let's see, just pearly things. Okay, it typed it just fine. I had no issues. So those of you who complain about the damn narrow screen and the keyboard, it's all right. It's not a big deal. Just use the swipe gesture. And if it's really that big of a deal, that's what you got this for. You just open it. Click on this and you have a full keyboard right here with larger keys. So, you know, don't complain about that too much. But anyways, because this is a boost from the previous generation, it has 1750 nits, so it's pretty bright. So as you can see, I have it on max brightness now. This thing is so bright, it's making my camera that I'm using right now auto adjust to account for this brightness on this, because it's pushing off a lot of nittage right now, a lot of nits. So we're gonna bring that back down. If you can see, it is very thin. It's a weird feeling. Okay, this is how I can describe it. It feels delicate but sturdy at the same time. You can see how thin this thing is. It's very thin. But maybe it's because the hinge feels so solid that it feels sturdy, but it's very thin. So it does feel delicate. You swipe left, you have your Google articles and just basically word of the day, what's going on with the Google. And then you swipe to the right. And this is one thing I gotta calm myself down. This is another thing that I miss about this phone. I can place, or just Android in general, I can place icons wherever the hell I want to, okay? I don't have to get no freaking clear spaces and try to create an illusion that there's no space right there and I can really move stuff around the way I want to. No. Samsung says, no, you can actually move stuff wherever you want in the screen and it'll stay there and it won't readjust your other apps. I miss that, okay? So that has nothing to do with the Z Fold 5. It's just a feature that I like and it so happened to be on the Z Fold 5, so I like it. Another thing, I love the widgets. The widgets are widgeting, okay? They're really nice. They're different. Like, you can put so many different type of widgets on here and they look different aesthetically depending on which one you pick. Another thing that I like is the control center that you have right here at your disposal whenever you swipe down on your phone. You can add so many different controls right here. Almost anything that you would really need, you have it right here. Now, one thing I did not notice on here that I swear was on the Z Fold 3 was the toggle for the dark and light mode on the phone. I have yet to see that on here, and I messed with the settings a little bit to see if I can add it, because I know you can add icons there to use, but I haven't seen it. If I'm just missing something, let me know in the comments below, because that is something that I just want to toggle instead of having to go into the settings. And don't worry, I will have a full video with, you know, tips and tricks, special features, all that S Pen stuff. That is coming, don't you worry. But right now, I gotta fill the hype in. But optimization for apps. Instagram is now full screen. I like this. The phone feels very smooth as I'm scrolling. Ignore this. This is my Wi-Fi, okay? This is my Wi-Fi. It's been tripping lately. It's not the phone, it's the Wi-Fi. So Instagram is optimized, full screen. No narrow bar anymore. I like this. Is that cake? All right, same thing with TikTok. Access my contacts. Hell no. Okay. As you can see, TikTok is full screen. Oh, Lord. Yo, this dude is hilarious. This dude is hilarious. So those of you who don't know, he's like on this channel on YouTube. He's like a comedian or internet comedian. He says the most outrageous and does the most outrageous things, and he's pretending like he's on a show, and he's just telling lies the whole time. He's like, oh, I'm the world's strongest man. Oh, I'm the fastest reader. You know, stuff like that. Clearly lying, and when the judge is like, all right, prove it, he makes a fool of himself. That's what this guy is. Hilarious. That's why they laughing. Don't boo my boy like that. But again, another thing that I miss. Let me get while I'm here. Split screen. Open split screen. Let's see. We're going to open Instagram and YouTube. You scroll right here. You play a YouTube video right there. Oh, come on, man. You can't get any better than that. And if you want to switch it up, you just press one of the icons in the middle. You get the top down, the side by side. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're getting a little through the hype. But listen. This is my first impression of this. My first impression, this phone is awesome. Okay? Don't complain if it's like, oh, you're hyping this phone up too much. The Z Fold 4 was basically the same thing. I don't care. I don't care. I did not have the Z Fold 4. Okay? So this is all new to me. And again, this thing closes completely flat. And Spidey, if I know anything about him, he likes things that closes completely flat, just like me. Obviously, you got a little wobble here, but that's fine. I'm cool with that. I'm not gonna be trying to do too much while this thing is wobbling flat. You know, I'm not. You gotta be practical, okay? This is a real world usage of this device, and most likely I'm gonna have a case that evens out anyway. So, but one more thing. Let me see how loud these speakers got. I didn't even really pay attention to how loud. Let's see. It's all the way up.
What's that mean? Hey, don't insult my man Donald.
It's loud enough for me, okay? I will compare it to some other stuff, and I might do like a Z Fold 5 versus an iPhone 14 Pro Max comparison. It's kind of unfair because, again, it's all preference at that point. So it's not to say that one's better than the other. It will just give you my personal feedback and recommendations. And also, the iPhone 15 is about to come out, so that could significantly advance everything that we've had in the 14. Who knows? But if I know Apple, you do too. We know what's going to happen. But anyways, that's going to be it for this unboxing, hands-on first impression, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm just too hyped for this. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Again, there's tons of YouTubers out there giving their takes on this device. And I feel like it's very cookie cutter, except for a few. It's very cookie cutter, and it's kind of regurgitating the same thing. The goal here is to talk about real world application, how I really feel about it. No script. I'm not just hitting on the high points of, oh, it has 1750 nits. Oh, it closes completely flat. Oh, it has this. It has a 4400 milliamp. Like, yes, you know the specs, okay? You want to know what a real person thinks about this phone. That's what I'm here for. So if you want to see those videos, you guys, make sure to stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And if you're new or returning, hit that like button. It's definitely appreciated. That's how I know you guys actually like this content. Spidey, we on point. We on point. And I will see you guys in the next one. Yeah. Peace.